Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela. Today I have a vlog and book haul for you. So we had a little bit of time off a couple of weeks ago and we decided to go to Edinburgh and go book shopping. Because if you didn't know, there is a lot of bookshops in Edinburgh, a lot of independent shops, there's second-hand shops, charity shops. What we did not realise is how big Edinburgh is. So I went up there with the intention, I'm going to go around all the bookshops. No. Probably got to about half of the bookshops, didn't get to see everything I wanted to see. Also discovered that we missed a sci-fi fantasy bookshop that we was literally 2 minutes away from, and we missed it. We didn't see it. We didn't know it was there. So that was annoying, which means we're gonna have to go back. Anyway, we set off to Edinburgh. We didn't have a hotel booked. It was also the weekend of Rare, so a lot of the hotels were booked up. And we were driving up to Edinburgh. Andy's driving, I'm on the phone trying to find a hotel. Google is not helpful because Google tells you all the hotels have rooms. But then when you go on the website, it says we're sold out. So we had a little bit of stress for a couple of hours while I'm flicking through trying to find somewhere to stay. Eventually I booked one, so that was good. So we spent 4-5 hours driving up there, stopped off for some food, got checked in at a hotel, slept at the hotel, and then in the morning we went to a park and ride, got the tram into Edinburgh, and set off on our merry journey around all the bookshops. So here is all the footage we gathered. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like seeing all the little bookshops, and right after that I will show you what I bought. So here we go. So there was all the footage from Edinburgh. Now onto the books. So I had two favourite shops when we were in Edinburgh of the ones we saw. And my first favourite was the shop that we went to first, which was Topping and Company. That bookshop is stunning. It was the one where they have like the Beauty and the Beast style. They have all the ladders on rails, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful in there. It was massive. There's 2 floors, there's loads of different rooms. I wish I'd spent more time in there because it was the first bookshop we went in. I think I kind of rushed a bit and I didn't really spend a massive amount of time in there looking, and I wish I had because it was one of the best shops we went to in the end. If we hadn't have gone there first, I'd have probably spent a lot more time in there, but I will definitely be returning if we go back to Edinburgh. I picked up 2 books while I was in Toppings. So I think these were the only brand new books that I bought in Edinburgh. The rest are all second hand. They had a table in the sci-fi fantasy section full of signed V.E. Schwab books. And initially I spotted Ventral, which is hand signed by the author. And I got excited, but then I'm looking on this table and I'm looking around and I can't find a copy of the first book, which is Vicious. So I changed my mind and I was like, nah, if I can't get the first one as well, I'm not going to bother because there's no point buying book 2. And then I walked away and then I did a little loop back, and on the way back I noticed upon one of the shelves on the wall there was 1 copy of Vicious. Signed by the author. So I got a copy of the collector's edition of Vicious and Vengeful, hand signed. Hopefully, I think book 3 isn't out yet, so hopefully I will be able to get a signed collector's edition of the 3rd book when it comes out. I'm hoping I can get a matching edition. Super happy with these. It's got the nice end papers, a hand signature on the inside, and then underneath the dust jacket there is some foiling. This is what's good about going to an independent bookshops. If they're like a big enough independent bookshop, they will have authors come in to sign books. You might not be able to find signed copies online, but if you go into the independent bookshops, you might just find a signed copy. So yeah, I got those. Super happy with them. Next up, we went to a couple of charity shops, which was a bit further down the hill. And I picked up some more books. I found Heathcliff, The Return to Wuthering Heights. So this is a follow-on from Wuthering Heights, written by someone else. I just was really interested. So it's like from Heathcliff's perspective. I haven't read Wuthering Heights yet. I think there was a bit of a spoiler on the back of this book about what happens in Wuthering Heights, but oh well. I also picked up The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This is a book that I had added to my Amazon Kindle list to pick up, and then I found it in the charity shop. It cost me £1.50. I've heard good things about this. I've heard a couple of people talk about it, so I wanted to try that. This one was £2, and then I picked up this one for £1.75, which is Haunted. I think it's like the 4th or 5th one in the Otherworld series by Kelly Armstrong. I happen to have started collecting these books. I thought I would pick that one up because I didn't have it. The next set of books this was the last bookshop we ended up going to, and it was a little independent bookshop called Till's Bookshop. It was really nice in there. I think these were all second hand, and it was just huge walls of books, second hand books. Had a good rummage, and I think I picked up like 5 or 6 books in this shop, but I'll just go through them. So first up, I picked up 2 Mitch Albom books. I have The Next Person You Meet in Heaven, which I think is a follow-on from the 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Yes, this is a sequel to 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which we have picked up previously, so picked that one up. And then I've also picked up The First Phone Call from Heaven by Mitch Albom, which was a nice little hardback. So this one was £4, and the hardback was £5. Got a nice little free bookmark there as well. So I watch Ali's Other Life on YouTube. She used to have a travel channel, but then obviously when COVID hit, that went out the window. And she started a second channel, and she started a booktube channel. So I watch her booktube now, and she's obsessed with Mitch Albom. She says she cries at like every single book. So I want to read them. They sound really good. Happy with those. Next up, I found a copy of Delilah Green Doesn't Care. This is a sapphic romance. This came out, I think it came out this year. Yeah, it came out this year. So sapphic romance, brand new, came out this year. I think Illumicrate did it in their romance book box, but I didn't get that. Also, I like the purple cover, so pick this up. This was £3.50. And then a book that I have seen talked about a lot, I picked up Loveless by Alice Oseman. This is one of Katie Colson's favourite books. It has asexual representation in it. I've just seen so many people love this book that I wanted to read it. Also, it's super cute. And the last book I picked up in Tills is The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. I pre-ordered the second book of this from Goldsboro, but I didn't have a hard copy of the first one, and I found the hardcover, and I think it cost me £8. £8 first edition hardcover of The Pariah. That was everything I picked up in Edinburgh. No, it's not. No, it is not. Bear with me. Almost missed a bag there. We also stopped off at Barter Books, which is apparently the UK's biggest second-hand bookshop. It's in Alnwick. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Maybe the L is silent, but it's in Alnwick, and that was on the way up to Edinburgh. We went up the right-hand side of the country so that we could specifically go here. So I think in the vlog clips, I think those were actually the first clips you'll see before we actually made it into Edinburgh, and it was the bookshop that had like the little train going around the top of the bookshelves. So I'm trying to collect all of the Black Dagger Brotherhood novels, and I found Lover Unleashed, which is one that I didn't have yet. This one cost me £3.60. I found An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, and this is a super floppy paperback. This one cost me £2.80. I also picked up Ultima, which I didn't even realise existed. I have Maestra, and I have the second one, which I can't remember the name of. But this is the third one in the trilogy. I didn't realise it was a trilogy. But this is a thriller trilogy. I haven't started reading it yet. It's not often you see a trilogy when it comes to thrillers. So I'm very intrigued by this. So I picked this one up. This one cost me £2.80. I found Five Dark Fates by Kendare Blake. I have been collecting these. This is the last book in the series that I needed because I'm not interested in a novella. So I have now completed this set, which I'm super happy about. And this one cost me £3.60. And the last two books are ones that Andy managed to find, but I am looking forward to reading both of these also. He's been trying to collect all the Wheel of Time books, and he was missing, I think, 3 of them. And he managed to find book 12 of Wheel of Time in hardback, which he didn't have. So The Gathering Storm by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. And this one cost £9.60. A little bit on the expensive side, but we needed it. And last of all, one that Andy has already read, but he wanted a copy, and I am really excited to read this one, Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames. Apparently this is very sarcastic. It's a band of mercenaries, and he's told me like bits here and there about some of the characters. It sounds like it's really funny, but also has like a couple of sad bits in there. And yeah, really excited to read this. This one cost us £4.60. So there you have it, guys. That was our trip to Edinburgh and all of the books that we picked up while we were there. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Let me know what you thought. Do you want to see more vlogs like this? Let me know. And if you liked the video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.